Two writers sit at a table with the intent to write a comedy sketch. The sketch would take on the classic theme of a customer returning a defective item to the store he'd bought it from. Zach envisions the sketch as an art house movie, referencing a canon of films and those formal qualities that mark them as different from mainstream Hollywood productions. The humor in his sketch would arise as a function of the distortion of normal logic patterns created in the brain from experience, a coy reference to the theory about humor originally suggested by Edward de Bono in his book The Mechanism of the Mind. Nathan objects to this idea and believes that this would be boring and that the humor, being too subtle, would be lost on the viewer. He favors a straightforward technique in which the items being returned and the wares of the shop are in complete opposition. He colloquially refers to this as Pythonian. The humor would arise from the shop owner's protestations towards the returning of an item that was clearly not bought at his shop. Zach objects to this idea, saying that this was a hackneyed and old hat approach to writing a sketch. He insists that the sketch comment on sketch comedy as a whole and not merely be another sketch like the sea of sketches that are already out there. Nathan concedes to the idea of making it more meta, as long as it retains its humor. They first play with the idea of revealing different levels of reality. In the scene, a director would be exposed as directing a scene, or a director is directing a scene. They abandon this idea, thinking that it would be too problematic to film. Although I think we did a pretty good job. Nathan suggests that the customer be a woman returning sanitary napkins, because the advertising had led her to believe they would turn her menstruation blue. Zach immediately objects, saying that this would be sexist by implying that all women are gullible, even though his version of the sketch would feature no women at all. They finally settle on the idea of having two writers discussing the merits of each sketch, where a wise and eloquent narrator
explains each of their positions. May I have another? I need to know how the story ends.
When you wake up in the morning, all the light is what you have. The first thing you do when you get up out of bed is hit the streets around me, and I try to beat the masses. I go get yourself some cheap sunglasses. Oh yeah!
We're gonna do it again.